Hey everyone, it's Cameron here at the Grim Stitch Factory. Back at you in the shop with another video. And today I've brought you in because I'm just going to be finishing up some stitching on the new custom field creeper that I'm working on. And I'd like to show it to you before it's painted. So I set some mood, got a little tunes, and away we go. So today I'm going to be doing just the end stitching here, and I know I've done stitching in the past, stitching videos in the past, but I think it's something that sometimes bears repeating. It's worth it. As you will know from past videos, I love needles, and I have a huge collection of large antique carpet needles, which I use for all my stitching, and I really need them because they're thick, they're big, they're strong, and you just can't get them like this anymore. And if I have to buy them at antique markets. And the reason I need them is because this stuff is so thick and strong that little tiny needles just don't cut it, particularly when you're stitching through long distances through a mask, and I actually do. So right now, what I'm doing here, a couple of tricks of the trade that I use when stitching my particular masks, and again, I'm speaking only of my own work, is that sometimes I need pliers to bring it through, because this stuff is pretty thick, it's pretty dense, there's glue in there. A lot of these seams that run down the mask and into the mouth have all been knotted and rolled many times to develop a thick, gnarly looking seam, and to drive a needle through there, believe it or not, can sometimes be a challenge. So we need that. We also use this. Okay, I heat the needles often when I'm doing this type of seam work sometimes, because there is so much interference in there with material and product that I need the heated needle to drive it through. So right now, as you can see with the stitching, let's move you in a bit there. You can see where it's stitched that way and that way. I like to stagger my stitching. I don't really like to do even stitching too much unless it's part of a design. If I'm doing something like this, I like to stagger it. That means longer here, shorter, longer. You get the idea. So I take the needle and I find a place there. You see there. I just pull it back. So I'm going to drive it through there. And it's a little tough. So we're going to heat her up. Okay. Whoa. Oh, that makes a nice picture, doesn't it? Okay. Going to heat that bad boy. By heating the needle, no mystery there. It's going to drive right through the glue and the burlap like a knife through butter, baby. Oh, yeah. So we heat that up. And besides, it makes the video look cool. Okay. Boom. Find the hole. And there we go. Grab our pliers. Give a little tug, because you got to pull through that huge knotted part at the end here, which is really thick with twine. Pull that through. Pull it tight, bring it around. And sometimes, because this twine, you'll notice it gets burrs. So what I like to do is I like to get rid of the burrs. I don't like the burrs. Maybe, if you like the burrs, fine. But it just makes it look rough. So I just burn those burrs right off. There we go. Boom. Now, no more burrs. Okay, find another hole here. Let's go maybe here. There's a seam here where the needle is. So I like to coordinate stitching with seaming. So when I'm stitching, I look for natural seams that I've created when I fold the material, and I like to bring the twine through them so it looks like a natural stitch. Okay, so bring that through there, and okay, he's going through soft area. Pliers, grab, pull, and make sure he falls into that nice little seam so that it looks natural. There we go. Okay, so we're going to continue down the neck. Not too interesting down here because it's basically seamless. Okay, or rather, the geography of it is pretty flat. So that's the creeper so far. He's got no hair. And you'll notice that I'm stitching now with the new field creepers. I'm going to be stitching up the front as well and down the nose. I think it makes a much more, gives it a more of a scarecrow look, and I'll show you what I mean. This is the unfinished, and I'll show you what the finished one will look like. Here he is. That's a finished one. So you can see here with the seam down the front, Gives it more of a nice scarecrow look. This one, too, has all the blood staining down all over the mouth. So there it is, the field creeper. He's on our website. You can take a look. Thanks for watching our video. And I'll be doing another one shortly because I have a new pig mask I've just put on the video, the 2018 style, so I'll be doing a video for him. Okay, thanks very much for watching The Grim Stitch Factory.